Welcome to the OCE Recap, where we take you on a journey down under and look back at the week. The finals were here and the confrontation was about to begin. 8 weeks of blood, sweat and tears would boil down to one day of Rocket League for the 4 teams as they attempted to claw their way to the World Championship.
The day opened up with the Battle of the Gods, last year's RLCS teams, the tumultuous Tainted Minds facing down the unconquerable Chiefs. Unfettered by the Herculean task, Tainted Minds took Game 1 to overtime, searching for Chiefs' Achilles heel. And they found it, a quick pass-play kickoff, giving Chiefs their first Game 1 loss in 6 weeks. However, the following game was a different beast, with Chiefs going from 0 to hero, mirroring the pace and taking it out with 3 unanswered goals. Game 3 was a match of retaliations, each goal answered by another snapping header till overtime brought it to a standstill. The final blow was landed by Torsos, with a successful solo to start the series snowball. Games 4 and 5 trod the same path. Chiefs circled the walls of Tainted Minds' defense till Kami would break free and score. However, like Sisyphus, Chiefs returned in kind with a barrage of shots that ended each game in their favour. With the Battle of the Titans ending 4-1, Chiefs were one step away from ascending the mountain, and Tainted Minds faced an Odyssean journey through the lowers.
It was time for the battle of the 2nd and 3rd seeds as Legacy Esports and Darksided took centre stage, aiming to secure a spot in the winners' final. Neither team wanted to give an inch in the first 2 games, as a win would mean a chance at 2 qualification matches for an RLCS spot. The teams were locked at 1 apiece before Darksided began surging forward in this battle of inches, going on to take the next 2 games and looking to etch their name in the RLCS books. Legacy showed signs of life in Game 5 with a strong 2-0 win and an impressive redirect from Sirix. However, it was Darksided who put the doubters to bed in the next match, taking the series and moving on to the winners' final. Legacy now have the tough task of a lower bracket run starting with Tainted Minds, whilst Darksided get a crack at toppling the Chiefs and booking their flights to RLCS. The first RLCS qualification match of the day saw our Golden Boys, the Chiefs, against their old foe Darksided in this winners' final matchup. And boy oh boy did Chiefs come out swinging. Game 1 saw Jake coming up huge for Chiefs, netting a couple of goals as Darksided looked to be on the back foot from the get-go. This barrage continued throughout Game 2 and the rest of the series in fact, as Chiefs looked like they were sending a message to the rest of the competitors at the upcoming RLCS. This did indeed look like a world-class side out on the pitch, as the Chiefs looked on song and ready to take on absolutely anyone. They charged to a 4-0 series win, and with their 3rd consecutive RLCS spot now booked, their only focus was securing first seed for OCE. For Darksided, it was now a nervous wait as the next matchup would determine their opponents for the final RLCS spot.
Down in the lower bracket with the possibility of being expunged from RLCS, the previous internationals Tainted Minds would be head-to-head with their 2nd place usurpers, Legacy Esports. No longer faltering, Tainted Minds blasted out 2 goals in 30 seconds, and as explosive as it started, the Legacy net kept erupting as Game 1 went 6-2 to Tainted. Following quickly was a 4-0 for Game 2. The desperate Legacy Esports had been on the back foot, being outpaced by Tainted Minds, and with a big push kept Game 3 at a 1-1 tie. It would be Jules capping off his first season in the OCE Championship by having the series of a lifetime to take Game 3. And leading Tainted Minds through Game 4, he'd go into the books with a monumental 8 goals throughout the series. Sadly, Legacy Esports seemed cursed to the 4th place position, but Tainted Minds would look forward with trepidation as they had to verse their closest rivals to reach London.
After their 11 labours in the lower bracket, Tainted Minds were brought face to face with Darksided, the 3-headed guardians of RLCS. Both teams clashed head-to-head, unwilling to give an inch, and after a grueling 2 minutes and 43 seconds of overtime, Dumbo took the ball to the skies and back to take out the first game. Game 2 was equally fierce and saw an increase in pace. Eventually, Tainted Minds rattled their opposition, with CJ setting up 2 goals. However, Tainted Minds' early fire quickly fell asunder. The Eagles cyclically punished them with unanswered goal after goal, swooping away with games 3, 4, and match point under their wing. Our teams now stood on fated ground. History repeated. The lower bracket match of last year, with Tainted Minds needing to sweep 3 games before Darksided took but a single one. Game 5 saw over 4 minutes of grueling play before Dumbo once again took it to the skies, and like Icarus, went too high, allowing Kami to intercept it and steal the game. Game 6 followed suit, where CJ had a pivotal setup and save to take the match to its finale. Now on even footing, the Bulls locked horns for the final time. It all came down to the perfect display of teamwork, the 3-man pass play. Each member getting a touch, setting it up for the next until the newest addition, Jules, secured the RLCS dream. With heavy hearts, Darksided offered up their GGs and Tainted Minds marched onwards to face the Chiefs again.
Both teams had already qualified for the World Championship, but as Chiefs and Tainted Minds took to the pitch for the grand final, it was time to see who would be the OCE champions. Chiefs had the chance to become the first team in the world to go undefeated for an entire season, and they played like they meant it. Tainted Minds, already completely satisfied with their run and looking at a repeat of RLCS Season 4, didn't come in with full determination and grit. While nerves may have been an issue for them previously, they had no pressure in this match and hopes were high that they could put on a show. However, nothing could stop the Chiefs. They had their eyes set on first place, their targets on the back of Evil Geniuses, and were scoping in on the World Championship. They showed the region that they are truly on top. They took the series, only conceding 1 goal, and once again sit on the thrones as the kings of Oceania. That was it. Chiefs and Tainted Minds were elated for the opportunity to prove themselves at the pantheon of Rocket League, the World Championship. It all begins June the 8th to 10th, and Chiefs will be versing Evil Geniuses in round 1, and Tainted Minds need to take on the juggernauts of Complexity Gaming. Over the next 2 weeks, we'll be giving you an insider look into the 2 teams representing Oceania on the world stage. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for more OCE Recaps.